Everybody get up, it's time to slam now.
Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam. Come on and slam, if you wanna jam.
Like the wind and the setting of the sun, some things lie beyond our control. Yet we train to stay ready. We meet each hard goal. The message at hand to serve and protect, striving to meet each and every call with respect. We learn firsthand what team really means. Heroes in uniform, living young dreams. Drafted or volunteering by choice, we've answered the call by a steady voice, serving with honor and courage and grace, even when the sacrifice marked its place. Loyalty and strength of our duty, with integrity, selfless service, and respect, a warrior's code I will never forget. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, Space Force, and all in between. National Guard and Reserve stand tall, each one answering our nation's call. So thank you, comrades, families, and friends, for standing by veterans again and again. They have given so much and asked for so little, giving burdens unseen deep in the middle, top secret missions, silent tales, lessons learned so the next generation prevails. A better world for future boys and girls, the legacy of service unfurled, giving back when the service is done, showing up for everyone, not for just praise or recognition, but to fulfill the need, fulfill the mission. So if there's an idea you've kept in sight, now it's time for us to bring it to light. We need your impact. We need your care. We need your voice. We need you there. Resilience grows through each train and thought. The world has so much to gain just by having you remain. And at 17, I signed up. I swore to be shipped off. Boots, black, shiny, and new. Thought I knew what I was in for. Hoorah! Thought I could make it through to college so that I can do what it do. But from day one, it was hurry up and wait, standing at parade rests, embracing my fate. Teamwork, resilience, staying Semper Fi, camo painted warriors with battle buddies by our side. Training day, marching by night, from gas mask drills to barely having time to eat chow or MRE, which was always a delight. They taught me my left, right, left. But mostly I learned the art of fight for my country, for freedom, sometimes for chow, for the chance to go home and say I made it somehow. But the true battle comes without a bang. For those lost at home where silence hangs. So if you're in need, remember that you're not alone. Dial 988. Press 1 on the phone. Wounds you can't see, but the weight sure ain't light. Scars on the soul from each grueling night. Mental grit, emotional weight, but you carry it all. Many who serve may relate. In the land of the free and the home we keep guard. Freedom's no bargain. This shit's fucking hard. The flag waves strong in the light and the storm, a reminder of duty, our solemn form. So here's the grunts, airmen, and the guard, the sailors, the leathernecks, the standing on guard, the medics, mechanics, the ops on the ground, serving with honor from base to bound. To the Space Force now, an orbital crew, guarding the stars, we gave our all. We made the call for the red, white, and blue, for one and for all. It's when you give me forehead kisses and look me deep in my eyes. It's the grip of my neck as you part my thighs. It's passionate kisses and a strong embrace. It's when I gotta tap out or slow down. We got all night, so there ain't no need to race. Slowly, my clothes are stripped from me. My breasts are suffocating your bearded face. I stand before you naked and bare. You bend me over, face down, and ass in the air. It's when you pull out that baby oil, no diddy, no diddy, and proceed to rub me down. All 69 inches of the Steel City Amazon from my ears to my toes on the ground. Massaging out the worries of the day. You whisper with me, you will always stay, easing up on the tension from having the world on my shoulders. Your expression of love is only getting bolder. Thick, rugged, working hands caress my softness. You want me to carry your child, so you want to give me the rawness. It's when your lips meet mine. It's the butterflies in my stomach that make me quiver, make my spine arc and my body shiver. It's when the soul moans. It's when you deliver kisses to my clit, spelling out the ABCs. You the shit, making my nanny come quick. It's when you just want to please me. Eating my cat finger in my booty, you just want to tease me. Multiple orgasms coming on your tongue and fingers. This is why you got me sprung for your love. I'm a dinger. Our passion is exchanged as I get on top. With the quickness, those jaws drop. And I begin to repay the flavor, and your jaws drop. And that's when you hold my face ever so gently, guiding me into long, deep strokes, gripping my drags as you begin to choke. I'm gaggling and gargling and gripping those balls, sucking them one at a time because I can't fit them all. Alternating between the two and then back to your monster, giving me pleasure like I'm an addict and I need a sponsor. I'm thinking it's about to go down, but oh no! You're about to take it slow. Tell me don't do no running because, what? I ain't got no place to go. It's when you push into me. It's so tight that you struggle. Ecstasy is released when you push into me. It's so tight that I struggle to relax. Relax, relax. Take that. Take that. No, Diddy. I can't take all of that like that for the back like that. So deep. We want to cream so deep, I want to scream. We taking it slow, breathing as you stroke, stretching me out with every poke. It's unreal how you give me hope for the future. You make me want to dream what we could be while you're inside of me. It's when you flip me over legs, over your shoulders, then toes in your mouth, showing me what being a freak is all about. Intimacy is at its pinnacle. And to my orgasms, you know the roots. Catching my angles, making this 90 this squirt, can you relate? That it feels so good that it hurts? So good you thought you'd die. Ashes to ashes, dirt to dirt, and squirt to motherfucking squirt. In the heart of the city where dreams take flight, there lies a struggle hidden from sight. In the Black community, where pain runs deep, mental health issues silently creep. Underneath the bravado, the swagger, the style, lies a battle within, behind the smile. Depression knocking at the door, anxiety gripping like never before. In a world where strength is revered, admitting weakness is what we fear. But listen up. Let's break that stigma down, down, down. In the world of adversity, let's wear our crown, crown, crown. Let's talk about mental health, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may we. Let's open the floor. Let's heal together. Let's soar. Therapy sessions, self-care routines, meditation, mindfulness, and everything in between. Let's lift each other up. Let's be the change in the Black community. For let's rearrange. For mental health matters, it's time to say it's the culture. Let's lead the way. Let's break this silence. Let's make it known that in our struggles, we are not alone. In the depths of darkness where shadows loom, a soul wrestles with pain in a silent room, and trauma's cruel touch, a haunting scar, leaves wounds unseen like a distant star. Bipolar storms rage within my mind, a constant battle, undefined, highs and lows like waves they crash, leaving behind a shattered, fragile glass. Trauma's grips tighten, refusing to let go. Its reach is deep, a relentless foe. In the echoes, in the posts, in whispers, rain, leaving behind a trail of hurt and pain. But the midst of chaos, there's the glimmer of light, a beacon of hope shining bright. For healing is its journey slow and steady, a path to reclaiming what was once unsteady. Through therapy's embrace, a support's gentle hand, a broken pieces slowly mend and expand. With each step forward, courage grows as resilience blooms like a budding rose. So let's stand together, hand in hand, supporting each other across this land at the Slam Jam. And for our creative strength, we find our might, guiding each other towards a healing light.
Emotions run deep, like rivers carving the Amazon's jungles, the Nile flowing crimson with stories untold. Tears are fragments of energy, begging to be released, every drop a confession, every storm a cleansing, even as others question their worth. Feeling emotions this vast can feel like drowning, the weight crushing both body and mind. You hold your breath, clinging to survival, but pain doesn't let go that easily. Heartache is only one shade in the spectrum of suffering. There's a graveyard in the chest, deep felt sorrow and grief, buried layer by layer. Floodgates of the heart overwhelmed, rivers of tears pour out in waves, rooting one to Mother Earth, pleading with her for rebirth. Heartache wears many faces, loneliness, sadness, loss, each name a different wound, each story as unique as its bearer. But every cycle, every flood, carries the potential for peace, if one dares to see. Sometimes the rivers overflow, pouring pain out into the world, unhealed, swirling, hurled, unfurling chaos in its wake. Emotional distress sharpens like glass, cutting inside and out, fragments of pain scattering everywhere. To feel every emotion, to let it course through, takes a courage most can't fathom. Heartache doesn't ask for permission. It arrives. It lingers. It impacts your entire being. But time is the quiet helper, a tool of divine process. Healing the heartache is not about control, it's about surrender. It's about letting the river run its course, letting it cleanse what it touches, and trusting that eventually the waters will recede. It is possible to once again find solid ground.
I know that you wonder, late at night, about your life story, about the narrative of your legacy, about what they will write in your obituary. But darling, I beg of you, don't waste your precious moments wandering pointlessly. You see, stories are an act of construction, the scaffolding upon which we hang reality, sawing off the parts that don't quite fit and nailing down the ones we want to remember. Stories are an act of carpentry. I too have wondered what my story will be, what building they will make of it. This beginning I have already written, the middle I am living, and the end that I have yet to see. How will I be remembered? I wonder. What story will I leave? But the idea of a single story denies the humanity of me. There is no one story that will ever encapsulate the messy, meandering, mindless mindfuck of me. Or you. You see, we are each a universe entire, vast and unknowable. The moon, stars, and glow of us. There are many with theories. There are so many theories, but the answers we get only lead to more queries, new questions, directions, often with interesting intersections. You see, science and faith are simply two sides of the same coin, one we created. As we sorted the world into categories, running around like a toddler with a label maker, frantically pasting new words onto foreheads, deciding this is this and that is that, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species, religion, sexuality, gender, race, class. We group based on common characteristics, separate based on differences, but we are continually finding commonalities we did not expect. Differences unanticipated. The more we try to shore up these walls, the more nuanced we get, the more holes that we find in these dividing lines that we have lied into the world. Wide gaping chasms, in fact, through which whole entities, whole ideas, whole peoples can travel, defying our attempts to contain them. You see, we tell stories to children to help them see. But that doesn't stop when we are grown. We just stop calling them stories. Instead, we call them art or philosophy or tradition or religion or science. The more you know, the more you realize you do not know. And perhaps that is the one truth, that the search for truth is the only true thing that any of us will ever find. There is nothing wrong with having stories. They are as vital as a creation, as any tool or weapon forged, as long as we remember that though they contain truth, they are not truth. They are like us, they are fallible, they are malleable, they are insufficient. So you, my love, are not a story, though there may be many about you. You will always be so much more. You will always defy absolute knowing, but oh, how grateful I am to know the little of you that I do.
Well, I have a lot going on. It was girls, dates, reminder on my phone. Balls in air, one falls. Tower, fall. Girl, date, daughters. I had words. I had police knock on an old wood door. Visit, hello? Divine intervention. A drug dealer. I need things. Powder, delivered. Mailbox. I can't even begin to defend myself. Well, it's bad. It's drugs. 1 a.m. It's hold on. It's biological mom. I text, I ask, where is biological dad? My phone, way I cope. Well, I can't even look at it. I'm borrowing people's phones, a favor, just because I can't confront a text message. Said, I'm so sorry. I don't want to bring up painful memory. Where is my dad? I hurt, thinking she might hurt. Record poem, words, kid. It's just words. Where is everyone? Words. Kid, words. Heal, just words. I'm sorry. Hey, mama. I'm sorry. I feel bad. Dad, probably fly on a Sunday night. You could find sun. Why didn't you care? You didn't find me. I would care. You, Zach, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. You had pain. Zach, little Zach, you needed a hug. Love, love. Zach, condition, love is what you had. I love you. Ghost, you, Zach. Hell, you were transparent. Heart, love, I love you. Ghost, feel. I want to hug you. I read poems now. You wouldn't believe it. Phone screen, champ. I read out loud. Crowd. I'm sorry. I read words you write. It's a lot. We wrote 100 million words. You were 10. Wrote in closet. All those songs, hard drive, broken. Kid, champ. Well, I don't have words to say. Love. You have 2 daughters. You would never give them away. Home. hold girls. I don't know, life is hard, but just know, Cowboy Zac, that boy, you still have plenty of time. Pick yourself up. Life, live together.
You feel that? The power of centuries humming in my veins, the weight of reincarnations on this very stage, every note carved by pen and blade. It's how I remain unscathed. My soul remembers the wars it fought to exist, the flames it walked through to glow, like this. Here I stand, now an alchemist, a creator, a goddess bitch. I'd hate me too. For you cannot disrupt what is divine. I've danced with demons and dined with gods that match my compass, rhythm, and rhyme. Born from the mead that makes scribes, I'm the product of what happens when worlds collide. The DNA of forbidden texts lost in time, ink that refuses to fade, etched under skin this fine. I'd hate me too. The aftermath of 1,000 deaths, blood of stars carved into my flesh, the child of blackened quills and elements, snatching heartbeats and stanza'd clips. My name's a spell only the brave dare utter it. Magic spills from my fingertips, reflecting all I've become. A goddess who doesn't apologize for the darkness she's embraced in anything she's done, the light she's mastered while having fun, the chaos she commands, and the villain origin story she's begun. I'd hate me too. I'm the ashes of my enemies, with a bite of steel, reborn from the cosmos that I had to steal. A goddess of grind, forged raw and real. I took the hands of time and made that motherfucker kneel. I'd hate me too. Brick by brick, I built this shit from a molten core, fought shadows, swallowed flames, and begged for no encore. Each death, a debt, paid it, then politely asked for more. Called me stitched up scars in a crown of gold, a blueprint rewritten too bold to fold, a tale of guts and glory, the legends retold. And plus, I never get old. I bled for balance and now I never lose. Shit, I'd really hate me too.
Love ain't just about the fucking. It's hard work. Although the fucking can be hard work too. And for a while, I thought that's all there is to it. Because when I was a young student looking to get lucky, full of old English 40s at a frat party, I found strangers to keep me from being lonely. It's naivete to think love comes that quickly, like squeezing in a little afternoon quickie. To me, love was about fancy presents and showering with attention at special restaurants. I wanted the spark of a first kiss to last till December, as if the fireworks burned for months past the 4th of summer, never duller than the spark of a child's sparkler. I know that's unsustainable, because that's not how love persists to the earth's death when we're not accepting its change. As we all got in youth, my knowledge was dumb. Love's not what's gooey when we jam our insides onto each other. It's what's inside us that's gooey when we're done fighting and everything else is left over. It's mushy like my mom's gravy on her spaghetti and meatballs, molding it into the shape we want, stuck for days in my refrigerator until it's ready to expire because I don't want it to leave my system forever, since I'm starving for the intimate fever of knowing I could be myself around you without hitting that ejector seat. Because there's no winner unless we win together. Share a dinner we make to grab a getaway from the bad shit that scared us in the 3 courses of our day. Love's going to therapy for growth, not for denial, as if it's a threat to me. We do the work to make it work because it's worth it to preserve the worth we built hand over hand, welding land with potted plants, dirt piling fist by fist, building reserves against more slaps to the face. It's investment. No stock stays hot forever. An old bull among better livestock will die alone if he keeps spitting his bullshit. It's growing up maturely, tackling new situations wisely, planning for times when the least timely disasters surprise us. Love ain't just about the fucking. It's hard work, because love can die like those gardens untended. It's not what happens in good times. It's the darkness, walking side by side in silence. It's holding each other's worries of how do we find a promise you won't leave when the leaves fall off the trees and the lost light of winter could splinter the last fragile beams, holding our house together with good memories. Love's not getting down on one knee. It's holding her partner when they're stumbling on theirs. It's not buying an expensive ring. It's coming full circle to return to happier times when we step out from the mud staining our lives. A commitment doesn't require a license. Love's not that unchanging because it's about enduring doubts that there's something better out there and compromise on what we doubt we'll agree on. Over the years, I've lost so many strangers who kept me from being lonely, and the fault is on me and my hubris, overblown privilege, poor insight, and no awareness of my own toxicity. Now that I'm 40, I quit drinking the 40s of immaturity. I become ready for this responsibility because I learned what love can be, the mutuality of hard work bearing return on investment in the gardens of our partnership.
Oh, orange soda. You have no business being all orange like and delicious and carbonated and sticky. Every time I go to Rigby's, it's like a brothel for my taste buds. All the ham I could go ham on. Smoked ham, cubed ham, deli ham, Black Forest ham. I enjoy ham. But there's that scrumptious soda, that divine, fine genie in a bottle. Oh, orange soda. You make all my wishes come true. Ooh. I can't live if living is without you. Ooh. Orange soda. You literally fill up my insides with happiness. With so much of you throbbing and bubbling. I'm a glutton for your orange punishment, making me roar in carbonated protest and release as I drop the screw in the tuna. Oh, orange soda, I love you. I love you more than Dan Schneider loves being verbally abusive on set. I love you more than Dan Schneider loves underage girls and their feet. I love you more than Dan Schneider loves white male privilege. That's a lot of love, but not nearly as much love as you have. You've touched many lives and gave my life purpose. Now, who loves you, baby? Who loves orange soda? Gail loves orange soda. Is it true? I do, I do, I do, I do. Ooh.
Dear heroine, I don't know you, never touched or tasted you, but I've seen the havoc you wreak, taking a hold of my brothers, tearing them apart, leaving nothing but pain in your path. You are the devil in disguise, stealing souls and destroying lives. Their addictions spread like wildfire, an epidemic of epic proportions, turning their lives upside down. I seen the way you lured them in with promises of escape and euphoria, but all they found in your grasp was darkness and no way to escape your grip. Our family you shattered, all because of your toxic hold. I begged you, heroine, to release your grip, to let go of the hold you had on them. Their souls deserve better than to be lost in your clutches. I prayed for the day when you were no more, when your power was extinguished. I prayed that my brothers would be set free to live a life untouched by your poison. That day came in the form of a call I dreaded for years. You took the lives of my brothers, their innocent souls, and claimed them as your own forever. Now I sit here with words unsaid, love that I'm unable to give, anger that I can't release, an unreal amount of emotions buried deep inside my heart. You are a burden I carry with me every day. You have ruined my life. I never touched, tasted, or tried you, yet I feel your effects. You have left my life forever tainted. Your poison penetrated my veins, but no needle was ever needed. I never sought you out, yet you found your way to me, a dark and destructive force. You linger in my thoughts like a stain. I wish I could rid myself of you, but you're a part of me now, a constant reminder of my grief and pain. Fuck you, heroin. This life you cannot have. This life you cannot take. You may have taken people from me, but you will not take no more. You may have left your mark, but I am strong, and with this letter, a newfound strength has been found. So respectfully, you can kiss my ass and go to hell, because that's exactly where the fuck you belong.
Brevity, David. Jesus Christ, you wrote the word utilize 5 times? Just say use. And similis? What is that, fucking Spanish? You seriously don't recognize Latin? Take it out. I tell him he's clipping my creative spirit, that my robust lexicon yearns to be put to good use, that I'm the one with the copywriting cert. He reminds me he's writing my paycheck, that it's his name in big lettering across the 405 South billboard, Jeff Donahue, MD. Well played. You're lucky Amy's so fond of you. If I had it my way, we'd be outsourcing your job to AI. I remind him the AI would still need someone to feed it prompts and edit its responses. He shakes his head and walks off. I win. I Control F utilize and unhurriedly begin replacing every instance with use one by one. The more efficient method would be to hit the blue replace all button, but I'm paid by the hour and time saved is money foregone. And it's not like they're strapped for cash. Verisimilitude therapy is hot as hell right now, especially in LA, and most insurance plans won't cover what they deem, quote, superficial treatment. Stingy bastards. Old Jeffy just installed a 3-story slide that stretches from one of his Laurel Canyon estate's mini balconies into his 2,000 square foot saltwater pool. He says it's for the kids. I smell bullshit. Kid 1 is barely 2.5, and kid 2 is still TBD on the birth date. I remember when they announced the pregnancy. Made a big show of it, too. A balls to the wall ball for friends and family. Counted among the latter, I figured it well within my right to tow a +1. Plus, it would have been a shame attending something like that and not bringing along my own sun and stars. Though Courtney and I didn't get much FaceTime at the party. No, most of her FaceTime was spent buried in the broad neck of John Gellhart, private attorney from the friend camp. Or was it Josh? Used to be names had meaning. Grace, Justice, even Jackson literally translates to son of Jack. Shit. Maybe his name was Jack. Anywho, I didn't mind much. If anything, I felt kind of happy for her. If anything. And you can't force feelings. I remember well her countenance getting ready for the party only a few hours prior. Disappointment, confusion, almost pity in her eyes as she ran her hand along the crotch of my Levi's. I tried my best to channel 2 semesters of introductory acting classes into a half-hearted moan, but the conspicuous lack of any stiffness pressing back against her palm betrayed how I truly felt. So naturally, I fibbed. I didn't have the heart to tell her she just isn't really my type. Instead, I attributed the lack of physical response to my recent weight gain. Love handles, a little extra pudge in the old belly area. Shockingly, she believed me. Unfortunately, she offered to walk alongside me through my, quote, total body transformation. So now I'm eating overnight oats with my words. Gotta love her. I mean, someone ought to. David, the mention of my name jolts me from my reverie. Ever so sprightly, planting off of my left foot, I spin my chair around to lock eyes with Amy, tablet in one hand, the other nearly spraining its wrist against the lightly swollen waist of her baby blue pantsuit. It looks designer. Is that bespoke? I tease. She pretends not to hear. You know, you should really dress more professionally. Even for a temp, the hoodie's a little slovenly. The last word stood out, though I figure not in the way she had hoped. Too much breath behind it. It stumbled awkwardly off her tongue like a 6-inch heeled starlet walking a poorly pulled taut red carpet. Do you need something? I'm a little busy at the moment. I gesture toward the computer screen now displaying its idle screensaver. 1,000 words worth of landscape sublime. She rolls her eyes. You said you want to be there for a surgery?
Every being carries both light and dark, a duality etched into the soul. I am no different. I honor both. It is in the battles and the wounds and the scars. For some, written in the stars. It is those battles that taught me to see love's ability to heal more than just me. But everything it touches, a luminous warrior chooses peace. Even when chaos roars like thunder, they seek calm amidst the storms. Even as ghosts of the past rise, whispering in dreams, begging to be honored, to be seen. Don't let the exterior fool you. Dark and light are both pathways to healing. The labels, the norms, the fables once fed, attachments can create anchors or mirrors. Divine protection knows no limits, and divine justice flows. In every crevice, the divine flows, through every frequency, unseen but unyielding. Every exchange in life is a reminder we all have a choice to lean into the dark, to wear the past like armor, to cast pain further, or to release all that once anchored. A warrior stands for the wounded, for the ones battered by words, by projections, by attacks. They redirect harm, malice returning to its source, not with vengeance, but with love, with peace. Even when the cuts run deep, when scorn burns like fire, the unhealed wounds of others take such forms. But storms are temporary. The sun always rises and clouds always part to reveal the horizon. Darkness and light, they are teachers. They guide us to balance, to the present moment. Yin and yang, a harmony within. Each day I make the same choice, to choose peace. I let go of the discomfort of others, their dismay, their weight. It is not mine to carry. Instead, I free my heart again and again, every single day.
It was late. No moonlight. Could only see stars. I paused under a street light. Didn't drive. Rode bike. Under the influence. Could have been anyone. Anonymous. Government employee. Another spoke in a bike wheel. Felt like a spotlight. Dream. Stage. Audience. Stay for a minute. Let me imagine. Fame. Attention. Love. Let me feel warmth. Acceptance. Pedal. There's no one out. No cars or pedestrians on sidewalk. Alone. I always like night. The street light. Warm glow. Couple blocks from home. Pause. Need enlightenment. Maybe just a break. Look up at the stars. Eyes adjust. Connect dots. Why do I write my insecurities? Blood on a phone screen. Why do I ride my bike so hard? Taste the blood in the back of my throat. Void only pain can fill. Burn in legs. Cold. Lactic acid. Pain. Pedal. Lungs burn. State champion. Another lifetime. It's another street light. I hit pothole. Knew it was there. Spaced out. Words. Pain. Pedal. I'm drunk. A night on town. Phone left behind. Text sent. Biological mom asking who my dad is. Can't see screen. I don't want to know, even though I asked. Right? Ride. Pain. 7th Street. Ride by houses I've been in. They know I always ask for another drink, one for the road. Street light. Quickly past. Alternate. Light to dark. Uncomfortable with the tension. Avoid spotlight. Can't say I don't want validation for art. Pedal. Every house past, windows cast light, soft glow of lamps, warmth radiate, family, loving vibes. I picture as I ride by. Comfortable couch, pillows, imagine a throw blanket, husband and wife, happy family, Netflix, probably sober, planning next day. Pedal. I'm thinking it's about 10 p.m. Should be home, rationalize. Well, I need a night to myself. Pedal. Another block. Tell myself ride hard to the next street light. Hips tight. Recall every injury, all those miles, like all those bike tires, joints worn out. Need replacing. Recover, heal, adjust, better habits. Pedal. Next street light. Eye blurred. Hand doesn't work. Remember I was punched, cleaning the face. Flashback. Video in head. I was 17. I ran outside, no shirt on. Didn't hit ground. Can't say my lights didn't go out. Flash. Excuses made. Wasn't fair. He didn't square up. Sucker punch. When he was 27. Unfair advantage. Still feel it impact to this very day. It's thoughts I keep to myself. Streetlight. Glow, pedal, fall. Leaves are changing. Beautiful, I thought. Maybe I could change too. No more mistakes. Pedal. Remember mistake. Interstate. I-84. Fell asleep driving. Coming home. Country fair. Auditory hallucination. Cocaine. Sleepless night. Nightmare. Pedal. Full of pain. Right. Ride. Two things. Accomplish same thing. Expel pain. Pedal. Ride, right, heel. A turtle shell. Never brave, not letting anything out. Pedal, pedal. Hard as I can to the next street light. Right, please? You spend too much time retracing lines. Bathroom. You live in past patterns. Daughters, right, expression. Free, promise, try. Well, I cry. Girls, well, I try. Provide love, enough love. I cry. Girls, I won't let shadow steal your shine. It's a lighthouse. Bulb doesn't burn out. I promise I replace it. Never ending. Shine, light, love. And while I'm home.
There's days I wish I had a mother to tell me how some mornings chest would feel pressure like a double wool of doubt. How air would be thick with sky not knowing how to breathe. How some days world will crawl right inside your ribs, press its weight against your lungs, and ask you to smile. She would tell me love will sometimes feel like fist wrapped in velvety lies, leaving you chasing ghosts of forever in places it never lived. She say how mirrors would slice you open, forcing you to face wounds you thought were healed. Moments where silence screamed louder than thunder, and hands you hold won't always hold you back. How sometimes even your own shadows feel like strangers you never wanted to meet. I wish I had a mother who said, baby, there'll be days sun forgets you exist, leaving you questioning if you're worthy of light at all, or if you were ever more than a visitor in rooms that always felt too bright. Maybe she know and understand lessons wrapped in pain are ones that stick harder than gorilla, that cracks in heart teach you how to stitch hope into seams, that even when darkness swallows you whole, you could still claw your way out and back to reality, because light doesn't belong to sun. But I didn't have a mother to tell me any of these things. No voice to shape my truths. No reminders I was worth saving. No arms to hold through my breaking. I had to learn alone how to stitch wounds with unsteady hands, and how to bear silence when love became a void too loud to ignore. I had to teach myself that sun's light wasn't always promised, that some days it hides out of spite. And on those days, you fight with nothing but the faint pulse igniting fire burning deep in you. Maybe that's the lesson she never would say. That absence is its own kind of teacher, that cracks left by what you don't have become space where your own strength grows. That light buried inside me wasn't hers to give. It was mine to find, because she couldn't give me what she failed to find within herself.
All my life, I've been described as the tall girl. Not the pretty girl, not the girl with beautiful green eyes, not the girl with hair down past her ass, not the sweet girl, but the tall girl. Wow, you're tall, as if I don't already know. 6'4.5 inches, I'm perceived to be intimidating, undateable, and even masculine. Being a foot taller than the average female has caused me a lot of insecurities. Weight, body, facial features, people are aware of the sensitivity of these subjects, but there is no limit or boundaries when you're a tall female. These questions asked daily: how tall are you? Did you play ball? Do you model? How's the weather up there? Yet all I can do is throw on my fake smile, answer their questions while dying a little bit more on the inside. Those questions are to be expected, though, curiosity of most people. But then there's the unwanted statements from the men who think it's okay to just say, damn, I'd like to climb that tree. I wonder what it would be like to split those tree trunks. You sure are a tall glass of water. We're the same size in bed. I bet I can climb that jungle gym. Their fantasies leaving me cringing on the inside. I feel like a circus freak show. Shorter women envy the height, the long legs, but have no clue of the mental and physical hell I go through. What's killer long legs when you can't find jeans long enough to fit, or you have to pay triple the money just to look a little bit decent? Sure, they look good in a pair of shorts or a skirt, but they don't fit comfortably in a car or a plane. You know the price I pay for killer long legs? Excruciating leg, knee, and back pain. They say beauty is pain and that it comes with a price. There's that nagging voice in the back of my head, spoken by the ones who supposedly care. You're not the type of woman a man takes home to his mom. To look up at a man, to feel feminine and feel small in his presence, to lay my head on his chest, to be the little spoon. Yes, I'm an Amazon, a spectacular woman, a strong woman, a loving woman, a loyal woman, a prize for any man to take home to his mom. I'm intelligent, funny, kind, exciting, adventurous, generous. I'm statuesque. I'm extraordinary. Yes, I'm vertically gifted, a walking piece of original art. My height is part of me. It is not all of me. I am more than just a tall girl. I'm ToRaZu. I'm a poet who turns heads and commands attention when I walk into a room.
Brave. I never thought I'd hate a word so much. It's courage in the face of fear. And yeah, I'm scared. I don't get why people see this face and compliment my bravery, because why is it brave to just exist? They say it's resilience when I digest society's bullshit in return for seconds because I survived the stench it created. The media calls me a pervert and deviant, and as I stand here, surveys show half the country agrees with it. I'm indignant that they care so much about gender and whether bending her over the bed sheets turns them gay. Let me tell you, we were born this way, and I bend gender to open minds, not to race toward disgrace. I bought my authenticity, but lost life's competition along with a wife, kid, and half my extended family. Friends who admired me saying they could never do what I did now, who never speak to me. I think they're right. Being trans would have killed them. To step outside and have strangers point and laugh, follow them home to their apartments and harass them, leave death threats and strange shit at their doorstep because they've been doxxed for saying there's a right to be them. But there's an out when I'm too exhausted to continue. Ropes and drugs that'll kill you. A pandemic spread by social media with folks yelling at me to follow through and stop suffering. A suffering that persists from internalized stigma and concerns whether dicks should exist on chicks when half of their browser histories secretly display these are their favorite porn actresses. There's nothing wrong with me, other than objection from society, a shout that I should end me, a cry to stop shouting my poetry, 2 jobs that would fire me because their poor treatment describes the entirety of my mental illness. A gender dysphoria. Understand this is not a poor choice to us. Half have surgeries so others can finally see us, and yet we're still viewed with ignorance. I'm tired of transphobia. I don't care if I appear a freak to them. I'll join the circus and run away from my parents' wishes to exist as I'm supposed to. Let me have the body I want now. I've lived in hell for 35 years before losing all else to be myself. Damn right I'm brave. It takes courage every time I show my face on stage, stumble and express grace. I continue because as Elemental preaches, this is the greatest community in poetry spaces. Here are artists who get me, build on expressions of revolution and nonconformity. I feel the love, and I'm just honored to speak among the giants, whatever scores y'all decide to give me.
He speaks so highly of my father's service. This small boy, made smaller by the intentional chemicals surging through his veins. His smile is so wide in his now bald head. He dreams of valor and heroism. And I want to talk to him of the hollow men, of the beautiful wreckage, of dulce e decorum est pro patria mori. Now I lay me down to sleep. But he is fighting his own war. One with a villain of purest evil, untainted by the vestiges of latent humanity that even the most vicious killers still sadly somehow possess. His war is with his own cells, mutated and murderous. His war is atomic in size, if not weaponry. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. And if he wants to dream in the black and white of right and wrong, of good and evil, of us and them, I cannot dispel him of that. If he needs heroes, uncomplicated and wrapped in righteousness to lift him up on the days that his own legs won't hold him, I could never take that away if I should die before I wake. But I worry that if he wins this fight, that he will grow up with these ideas enshrined in his survival, and that the war he wins now will eventually be lost in a foreign field in a pointless combat of political machinations. Because as the soldier poets warned us in torn pages of verse written in the blood of their fallen brothers, when man goes to war with man, no one ever truly wins. I pray the Lord my soul to take.
I am sitting in a space of emotional disconnection, an emotional intersection. Do I go right or do I go left? I am so sick and tired of all of these lifelong lessons and tests, and although I know that they weren't meant to be, in this moment, for me, they feel like punishment. For me, for there is no passive, momentary weakness allowed for the strong. And it is in someone's arms where I long to be, but instead I am struggling in silence, and I feel my chest is caving in on me, the foundation of my strength laying in a hospital bed, and I can do nothing. Constant pleas of, please don't give up on me, are the messages that I am sending to her in my dreams, and I pray that they make it. But in the process of begging her to stay here with me, with us, I feel selfish. You see, she's already won so many wars and through so much pain, survived so many tours. Why should one more day in this fucking place she be forced to endure? But I am my mother's baby. And some might say that at 41, that's a mess and it sounds borderline crazy. Some might even go so far as to call me emotionally lazy, all because I refuse to be ready to deal with the emotional process of grief. I am simply not ready. Have I not endured enough? Has my daughter not endured enough? I keep asking God, when is enough to be enough? But I guess we won't know until one day it's just finally enough. For there is no passive, momentary weakness allowed for the strong. See, we are soldiers, so I suppose that it is in this war that we truly belong, and my chest is caving in. Because at times I can feel as though she is giving in and I am begging her not to. I am ready. No, I'm not ready. I'm not ready to live in this world without you. So please fight for victory in this one last war. I promise that after this one, I won't ask you to fight the life that's calling you anymore. But mommy, I still need you. Because in this life, there is no momentary passive weakness allowed for the strong, for we are soldiers, and it is in this war that we truly belong. So I speak and demand healing within you, from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet, for there is no way in hell that I will allow you to exist in this dimension to any degree of defeat. So I speak life where death is calling, light where darkness is falling, because life and death are in the power of the tongue, and whatsoever you speak, so shall it be. So I speak to keep you whole and healed and filled with love in this space with me. But 3 years later, now she is gone, fought long and hard before she passed it down, and I wear the crown now. And heavy is the head, because there is no momentary pass of weakness allowed for the strong. Because there is no momentary pass of weakness allowed for the strong. Because there is no pass of momentary weakness allowed for the strong.
They gather within me, my bloodmire kin, 6 eternal spirits bound beneath my skin. Ancestral whispers, a council within, their love, my fortress, Their power feeds my grin. At this table, I preside as their queen. Tiara, the host of this ethereal scene. 5 brothers, 1 sister, their loyalty keen. And we dine on truths veiled and secrets unseen. Outside, the wolves cry, big bad, and wail, plotting on my downfall and wishing me frail. But the Bloodmires move swift as gales and silent shadows scripting new tales. Let them plot, they say, voices deep, while we sow darkness where your enemies sleep. I sip on Pepsi, their vengeance I reap, with every heartbeat, their spirit I get to keep. I ain't gonna lie, that deal sound kinda sweet. Each betrayal a spark, each heartbreak a flame, the Bloodmires gathered, erasing all shame. They taught me my worth and reminded me of my name, that I'm Tiara, immortal and untamed. Their laughter echoes as we feast on lore, sharing stories of battles we fought before. They've guided me through every closed door, built my strength to withstand life's uproars. Outside, my enemies crumble in fright, haunted by shadows in the dead of night. They tried to silence me, but I ignite, rising anew, radiant in my own light. The Bloodmire is my spirit, my eternal team. They sharpened my pen and helped polish Chai and my dreams. Through them, I've shattered all mortal schemes, claimed my throne in poetic streams. This isn't death, it's resurrection's grace, reborn from ashes, my soul's embrace. In their love, I found my place as an immortal writer that time cannot erase.
From the roots of Africa to lands afar, women rise like the morning star. With strength and resilience, they pave the way for a brighter future. They birth those that lead the way. From Harriet Tubman to Maya Angelou, their legacy shines forever true. With courage in their hearts and fire in their eyes, they break through barriers, reaching for the skies. Their mothers, sisters, daughters, friends, and their love and strength, it never ends. Through trials and triumphs, they persevere. Their beauty and power is crystal clear. So let's lift them up and celebrate their beauty, their strength, their unyielding fate. For every woman everywhere, this is your song, empowered, fierce, forever strong. She's not a bitch. She's not a hoe. She's not a freak. She doesn't deserve to be demeaned any day of the week. Slut, cunt, thought, bop, labels that hide truths, making her want to stop shining, 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 yeah. But she's more than the names that you throw. She's a human being with a soul to show. Beautiful women shining bright, guiding us through the darkest night, empowered, fearless, they will stand tall with their face, with their echoes, voices, with their voices echo, breaking down every wall. Homie, lover, friend, but sometimes these roles blend. Wife, sister, mother, daughter, each one deserving of love and honor. They, them, she may display femininity or masculinity. Did you know that we're all human with human experiences to share? No matter the gender, we are all have to care from the womb of our lifetime's range. There's a subject, we're all subject to change. Yet still, women face discrimination, sting, injustice rampant. It's a harrowing thing. From histories down to the present day, a struggle continues in every way. This a time to reflect on the achievements and struggles we must protect, advocating for equality, diversity, inclusion. It's a path that we must all choose without exclusion. But we can't go back, forth, and forth. Empowerment is the key to unlock a future where we can all be free. Education and education, awareness, lifting each other high. That's how we'll all reach the sky. Economic empowerment, a crucial part of achieving equality, is where we start. When women thrive, economies bloom. A truth we must champion and not assume. So let's stand together hand in hand, empowering women across the land. So where we lift one up, we uplift all. And there's the true essence of breaking down the wall. But when he won't get out, plan to get out. Plan to move, find a place, get a storage, and start over. Take your clothes and your things out slowly. Change your bank account, change your phone number, notify the VA, family, and close friends. Pack up, move in one day. Don't delay. Get a P.O. box, get a fucking PFA. Is that what it's going to take for me to get away? It's so sad that I feel that I have to run away. There's nothing I could do to make me want to stay. There's nothing you could do to make me want to stay. There's nothing you could do to change my mind today. It's unfortunate that those vows we have thrown in my face, ripped apart and spit on, shit on, it's a disgrace. In my heart for you, I've lost all feeling. It's time for me to get away so that I can start healing. It's like every time my wound begins to close, you are the infection that roots itself inside. God be my antibody. Let me be free from this affliction. I stopped drinking heavy. I stopped smoking cigarettes. I can surely break this addiction. You say that you say I don't have anything going on but poetry. But poetry has been my escape. Poetry has brought me up and out to a happy place. Poetry is raw, real, and doesn't have to fucking rhyme. Poetry has never wasted my fucking time or asked me for a dime, except for a nominal fee. You know, donations are always accepted. Poetry never did me wrong. Poetry ain't never put me down or make me feel like I don't belong. Poetry has told me to keep my head up and stay strong, to keep on moving along and not let a sucker motherfucker take me down again. You want to abuse me financially, but my last I won't spend. I won't budge and I won't bend. It's so easy because it's not like I could depend on you. Or what would you call a male gold digger? Would you call him a pimp? What would you call his victim? A hoe or a simp? Either way, I'm tired of the motherfucking game. I'm ready for the world to know my name. Steel City, Amazon! And I'm ready for the world to know my name. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. So I gotta let go of what no longer serves me. I will mourn this 10 years of my life because it's a tragedy. All I have to show is loss, hurt, and pain and embarrassment. No house, no kids, no love, no development. Just because you were there when I was locked down doesn't count because during family gatherings you were hardly around. The person I loved wholeheartedly will soon be dearly departed. Out of my sight, out of my life, out of my bed, out of my head. I'm a highly educated woman and you had me making crackhead moves. To you and your family, I have nothing else to prove. I've been loyal to a detriment of my career, my dream job as a parole agent when you did some fuck shit and then you killed my dream. Left the bitch on stuck, on stupid, on repeat, on defeat, no relief. It was all on me. So you can't make this shit up. But when you make me want to spit up, I try not to live my life in regrets. And so I look back in time with you and I had to start over and over and over. I left and took you back. I left and took you back again. This time, fuck love. I will let common sense win. If you ain't for me, then you're fucking against me. Got my blood pressure high. Anxiety got me smoking weed like a chimney. But I'm going to self-care and I'm going to get back into the gym. May you think this girl is fat, but ain't even got to be thin. Besides about that, who gives a fuck about that? It's about what's within. Very mindful, very demure. But being those chill ones who always end up blowing up. But I got an outlet. I'm leaning on God for help because suicide and homicide was on my mind. Bitch had to call the fucking crisis line. Dial 988. Press 1 if you're a vet. I changed my mind because I had too much life that I ain't lived yet. I lived so much. I lived through my arts, and I love that. I haven't got much to show yet. How dare you try to take away my spunk, liveliness, and flair? Shoot me down with disrespect, neglect, trying to dim my light because I shine too bright for you. It's just because I am no longer right for you. I'm gonna leave. In my mind, I'm already gone. I said, dear God, make me a bird so I can fly far, far away. But in this cage, I will no longer stay. While all the time that I was loving you, you were busy loving yourself. I would stop breathing if you told me to. Now you're busy loving yourself. 11 years out of my life. Ain't got no kids, ain't got nothing to show. Wasted my years full of a wife. I should have left your ass a long time ago. And I'm not gonna cry.